Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Rights for Vets. How you doing, Eddie? Long time no see, buddy. This is going to be a long, drawn-out day today, tell you, Eddie. I'm going to be showing every freaking video that I can today of what I've done, and I want to show people what I've said before in the past versus the future right now. Um, if you want to come on up, you're more than welcome. You know that. I'll give you the link if you want to come on up. But I'm going to show every video I possibly can today. But you're more than welcome to come on up. You want to come on up, or just sit back and watch? Okay. Wait for this gentleman here. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Rights for Vets. Glad to have you here. Definitely glad to have you here. Sure. Okay. Hold on here. You got it, buddy. Um, we have a lot of things. Hold on here. I'm trying to do this. I can't chew gum at the mark at the same time, apparently. There you go, Eddie. um, I'm an activist. There's no doubt about it. Government activist. I love my country. I love the people in the country. A lot of them. A lot of them I don't. It's only normal. I have started seeing changes in this world that I didn't like, and I started really paying attention to. How you doing, Eddie?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing good. You might be bored on this one. I'm telling you, because I'm going to be showing a lot of videos on this. As many videos I can today. I'm going to try to make a marathon out of it. I got some bad ones. I got some so-so ones. I got good ones. You know what I mean? When I first started out on this, so
That's okay. I have plenty of sugar.
just all you got, yeah, all you got to do is just start cooking and start listening. Believe me,
Yeah.
because I'm going to be going nuts on this thing. But I'm here, just like Eddie here. He's having problems in his country. He lives in Ireland. And the same thing's going on with Ireland is happening over here in the United States and other countries of this world. Am I right about this, Eddie?
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, they're getting the illegals coming in for no reason at all, not being processed purposely. And it's happening to other countries as well. Canada, UK, us, and Brazil, I believe, I hear. I'm not sure about that. But it's getting ridiculous. They want to destroy our countries while these elites sit back and enjoy their lives. I mean, don't think that, we're going to get away with this. And it takes people from other countries to start sticking up for their rights to live, to have a good life with your kids, good education, good food, to go where you want to go, to have money in the bank, and it's getting ridiculous because they're taking all this away purposely to control us like cattle. They even want to put a chip in your hand to follow where you're at, to make transactions. And it's bullshit. We're not animals, we're people. We elected these people to help us, not to destroy us. And it's exactly what they're trying to do, destroy us. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to show you the oldest picture. I had older ones than this before something happened. I mean, I've been on this thing for like about 3 years now. But I'll give you the oldest ones to the newest ones. Some's going to be boring, some's going to be and some's going to be good. I'm not a professional. I'm going to say that right now. But I am a person who wants to help American people to wake up. And there might be something we can do about this, but it's going to take commitment, people. It's going to take millions of people to be doing it without breaking and buckling under the government tyranny that we're having. The only thing that separates us from right now from too late now. I'll catch you later on there. Thank you, Trelbavo. I'm going to be on a marathon here in just a short. If you want to come up, you're more than welcome. The only thing that separates us from America from other countries right now is we have our Second Amendment. Now, the Second Amendment wasn't just for honey, for food, or for sport. It was there purposely in case our government turned rogue on us, turned against us, which they're doing. Now, Australia gave up their guns, and it's been nothing but turmoil on them. And this is the only thing that separates us right now from us and the government. And they're trying to take that away from us. They're breaking our Constitution. They're doing whatever they want to do at any given time. And they're more or less saying, tough on you Americans. And the only time you ever hear them pleading for anything and lying to us is on election day, because they can't break that yet. But eventually, what's going to happen if we go to socialism? They won't need our votes at all.
We did the same thing back in the early 90s.
What's that, Eddie?
We gave our guns away.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, it was Jordan the IRA like the I think it was I think it was the Belfast Agreement whereby we had to take down our arms and give them over to the government.
So what
And
happened
it
with that?
was the worst thing that we could ever do because look, I mean look what's happening now. Like I mean it's pretty much happening all over the world. You know, it was like it's like we're being made to suffer while the government gets to reap the benefits.
Did crime go down when they did this?
If
Or the
anything, it
court
went up. If anything, the crime went up.
went up? Yeah. Hello, Bobby Crush. So actually, they just did it for just despite, just to take your rights away from you, your
Yeah,
freedom.
yeah.
I didn't know that. Didn't know that. There you go, people, right there. And this gentleman here's from Ireland, and this is what's going on right now. But this is the only thing that's separating us right now. They take our guns away. We're done. That's it. We are done. There's no doubt about it. I mean, they're going to treat us just like Ireland and over there in Australia. It's not the people who are registered to carry, because we are registered. They know who we are. It's the people who are not registered going to walk around with guns. You know, and you don't see anything good about guns protecting other people. They don't put that on the air. What they put on the air instead is just people getting killed here, people getting killed there, putting fear in you. Well, the fear is your government. They're your tyrants. They're the ones who don't care about you. And you can see it all around you in America today. Look around. See what's going on. They could care less about you. They're enjoying their lives, but they're going to put fear in you. They walk around with security on the taxpayers' money. When they get in trouble, whether it be chasing after a woman or a sexist thing, they get lawyers that we have to pay for. They don't pay a nickel. They take money off of us. They make their own raises when they want to, vote it in. And they control everything. And now they're trying to control your life. They're not happy what they got. They want more.
Okay, sure, you know what happened back in medieval times, whereby the sheriff of Nottingham, he he stole from the poor and gave to the rich. The same thing is happening here.
There you go. And that's what's going to happen. Here's right. You're not going to have a home. You're not
And
going to have
and he
nothing.
and he stood up only Robin of Locksley. So there you go.
Robert Luxey. Yeah, he was well known too. But this is what's going to happen to everybody here. They're going to take your homes, everything they possibly can. And as soon as they go to that CBDC, central bank digital currency, you're done. They'll have control of your money, and they'll tell you what to buy, when to buy it. They'll stop your transaction for anything, any little thing. If they don't like you, if you argue with your neighbor, if you get drunk in a damn event, if you drive wrong, if you don't do things right, because they have your money. And this is what's going on right now. They want this so bad they can taste it. And Klaus Schwab and Bill Gates are the big part of this. They are the satanic people who want this done. And it's a damn shame. Meanwhile, I'm going to go through a bunch of videos that I had from the beginning. I'll try to go as fast as I can to the past, future, and go from there. Like I said, some of it's bad, some of it's okay. I started out trying to do this. I don't have very much to work with over here. So, and Eddie, sit back and relax and get a cup of coffee, and here we're going to go. I'm going to go through all these things. Don't shoot me if it's a bad one, okay?
Okay.
All right. All right. Do me a favor, will you?
Well,
Can
hold
you
on. Yeah,
can you start the projector for me, please?
sure.
Thank you.
Told you so many times that the Democrats are coming for your guns. Of course, they try to be sneaky about it. But today, Jerry Nadler finally said the quiet part out loud.
Would anyone on the other side dispute that this bill would ban weapons that are in common use in the United States today?
Would the gentleman yield?
I would, for an answer to that question.
Yeah, that's the point of the bill.
So you mean so to clarify, Mr. Chairman, you're saying it is the point of the bill to ban weapons that are in common use in the United States today?
Yes, the problem is
Would the gentleman will yield?
Joining me now is the man who got Nadler to squeal, Congressman Dan Bishop of the House Judiciary Committee. Congressman, this is about gun confiscation nationwide. Nadler admitted it. You got him to admit it. Good for you.
Well, it's true, Laura. You know very well that the Heller decision held in 2008, the Supreme Court's decision that weapons that are in common use can't be banned under the Second Amendment. People have a right to keep them and bear them for self-defense. But that's what Jerry said. They marked up the bill to ban weapons, of which they're the AR-15s and the like, and ammunition magazines, of which there are tens of millions in the United States. And they're just going to defy the United States Supreme Court. That's what they've made clear.
So the AR-15, all the mags that people buy, and they're kind of they're not meant to last forever. So you can't just have one or two. You have to have, if you're a gun enthusiast, you want a decent supply of those. So their goal would be no more of those at all. Period.
Well, and as Laura, I mean, there are people at all times. About 2.5 million of them were sold last year. So people are, facing the conditions in cities where there's disorder and crime, the defunding of police, even in an earlier segment on your show, and more people are concerned and want to have weapons for protection. But Democrats want to ban them, and once they ban these, it's clear they're going to come for more. So that's what they're going to do. They've made it very clear, and unless we stop them, they're going to get it done.
Well, they're just driving up the sales of AR-15s I see today. So Democrat Congressman Raja Krishnamurthy wants to go after the gun makers as well, Congressman, and also end up involving a whole new federal agency to do it. Watch this.
I think that the FTC should absolutely go after these gun makers in the way that they market their weapons of war to teenagers and young adults. It's time for the FTC to go after these gun makers for the way in which they place these weapons in video games like Call of Duty. They use social media influencers to get teenagers to want to be like those celebrities.
Congressman, this seems a bit off the mark even for Democrats, but you got to hand it to them. They're going to use all tools in their toolbox to try to make it impossible for gun manufacturers to exist, kind of like what they're doing with the oil companies.
Well, our markup is still going on at this hour, Laura. I'm going to rejoin it, but they've got another bill to repeal a law passed in 2005 to keep gun manufacturers from being targeted by plaintiffs' lawyers to try to destroy the industry. They're going to at least put through the committee and put through the House a repeal of that bill as well. They mean what they intend to do. They have no respect for the Second Amendment right to keep and bear arms.
Congressman, we're actually hearing that the legislation has moved through the Judiciary Committee, so that just broke. So Republicans, you got your work cut out for you across this country. Make your voices heard, and the Senate's going to have to stop this. But Congressman, scary for all of us who believe in the Second Amendment. Thank you for doing your part to stand up for it. But that legislation is moving through.
This is a damn shame. We Americans are going to have to give up our gun rights, and it's coming. This is the whole idea. Everything you see on TV, somebody gets shot. Someone gets shot. Well, they're allowing these illegals to come on in. They're getting illegally guns, and they're shooting people, and they're blaming it on the people who are actually with the law, and they want to take all the guns away because the few are rooting for the many. We never had this stuff this much as we're having it now. They have so many rules, so many laws right now they can implement to stop these people shooting each other, but they don't. And the news is part of the deal here. Don't forget, the government owns the news group. If they do something wrong, they can take their FCC license away and totally ban that broadcasting company. So they're in bed with the government and vice versa. This is bullshit. This is the only thing that's separating us right now. And our forefathers gave that right for us just because if the government turns, which they are right now, against us, we have something we can fight with. Even though we have pea guns is what we have. They have 60 millimeter, 50 millimeter, they can just wipe us out. But still, it's just the idea that we need our weapons. And this is just something that it's going to keep going and going until something happens. People, understand me. This is going to be bad for everybody. What's coming down on us. And I'm serious. All right, let's go to the next one here. Bear with me here. I got to go through it here.
If anything, like they should screen like certain people that wield a gun. Like that. It like I mean, it's people that like instead of no cases going around and like shooting people just willy nilly, like they should like I mean they should allow like the same ones to keep the gun.
Well, I agree. I do. I agree 100%. But they want total control over our lives, though. That's the problem right now.
Yeah.
And they do. That's exactly what they want. I mean, they're into our cars now, our phones, Alexa, they're into. They're in streets watching us with CCTV cameras. And it's not to help the American people, it's to spy on the American people, what they're doing.
Yeah.
I mean, look at UK right now. They got CCTV cameras in bathrooms in McDonald's,
Yeah.
And I told you what I'd do if I ever see that happens, and I will.
So,
I'll
so
shit
same
their
here.
pants.
Like I mean, it's happening in this country as well. Like between McDonald's and like a public bar like called Witherspoons.
Do people say anything about it?
Oh well, I made it my business to tell them about it. Like that, they know it's wrong. Like and they still do it anyway.
They don't care.
They don't care.
Okay. All right. I'll remember that one. Thank God I'm an electrician. I'll do a little job on them. Trust me. Oh, yeah. I mean, I'll drop my drawers and I'll shit right in that sink. I'll give them a good show. Let them arrest me for that. Someone figured that they wanted to get a good TV porn show. I'll do it for them.
Wee!
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll squeal like a pig, too. I'm doing it, I mean, I'm tired of this bullshit. I mean, it's just getting ridiculous on what these demonic people, I'm saying demonic, satanic people are doing to us. People died for this country in other countries, and this is the way they're going to treat us. That's bullshit. It is. It just, oh man, it just irks the shit out of me. So many people died for this country, and they're just shitting on us.
Big Brother is alive and well.
What's that?
Big Brother is alive and well.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, as a kid in the '60s, they talked about Big Brother, and I just ain't no way, Until I started seeing the technology start coming out in '71. Oh, they're going to do it. They're going to do it. And they sure did. They sure in the hell did. Them dirty, rotten son of a guns. I don't know, man. It's not right. Well, it isn't right. There's just no doubt about it. It's just not right. All right, I got another video here. Well, this is going to be a marathon and a half here. People want to watch it, they can watch it. If not, shame on them, because it's out here now. This is stuff I knew about a long. Oh, I wish I had my old videos back. They would freak out. Here we go, everybody. Oh, just so people know. Hold on there. Just so people know, this was done about 6 months ago before I even knew this was going to happen. But I knew it was going to happen with this crypto stealing and everything else off of people. Everybody wanted, oh, Bitcoin, this, whatever, And I told everybody more or less, they're going to steal off you. If they can do it on the computer, they're going to do it, hack it, and they did. Look what's happening right now with that WTF or WTX, whatever they call it, FTX. That's what it was. That guy stole billions of dollars. Now he's in, I forget where he's at, someplace, and they're holding on to him. It's never mind. There we go.
Didn't the show The Simpsons make a prediction on this?
I think they did. I think you're right. Can't be sure, but if you can check it out for me, come on back and just can you check your find out?
Yeah, there's been a few future predictions by Mr. Groening. All right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm going to turn this thing on while you're doing that. Hold on. Here we go.
I'm going to talk about the Biden administration making it or trying to make it easier to seize people's Bitcoin. This is a great article that I'll link to below. Biden administration wants to make it easier to seize Bitcoin without criminal charges. And if you go down to the bottom, there's a link to an archive of the Forbes article that this is based on. I don't want to link to that directly for obvious reasons. Now, in order to understand what's going on here, we have to understand the difference between criminal forfeiture and civil forfeiture. I'm not a lawyer, so hopefully I've gotten this correct. But my understanding is under criminal forfeiture, you need to be prosecuted and convicted, or at least accused in court of a crime to have your assets confiscated, and then if you're convicted, permanently confiscated. And your assets could include crypto, like Bitcoin, cash, stocks, cars, real estate, etc. Now, civil forfeiture is a little bit different. Under civil forfeiture in the U.S., law enforcement or a government agency can just take your assets because they suspect you of doing something criminal without ever even charging you. Now, civil forfeiture evolved in the U.S. at least as a way of fighting the illegal drug trade. At least that's my understanding. Somehow it never applied to the lovely people behind Purdue Pharma who were directly responsible for the opioid crisis in the U.S., but it has been used against drug dealers. Of course, some drug dealers are more equal than others. Now, civil forfeiture is an abomination. It's a clear violation of the Fourth Amendment which prohibits unreasonable searches and seizures, and also the Fifth Amendment, where no person shall be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law. And civil forfeiture definitely bypasses due process. If we had real judges and real politicians and real leaders in the U.S., civil forfeiture would be banned immediately. Unfortunately, that is not the case. This article, this video concerns a report that actually came out in September that is just now coming to light. I somehow managed to miss this. This is a report by the Attorney General to the White House talking about the role of law enforcement related to digital assets. And so what they're trying to do is they're trying to lift the cap and expand the ability to do civil forfeiture. This article, this Forbes article, which is available in the link over here, talks about how under administrative or non-judicial forfeiture, the seizing agency, not a judge, decides whether a property should be forfeited. This is as we were talking about. The federal government can use administrative forfeiture to take almost anything aside from real estate and property value at more than $500,000. That $500,000 limit currently applies to cryptocurrency, but the Attorney General wants to lift that cap for cryptocurrency and other digital assets. This would eliminate one of the very few limits on administrative forfeiture. And here's the real kicker. Even if Congress refuses to act, thanks to a law enacted last year, the Secretary of the Treasury could simply end the cap by adopting new regulation. So this is very disturbing. It also comes, as this report was released, they basically started a new government bureaucracy called DAC, the DAC Network, Digital Asset Coordinators Network. This is basically 150 prosecutors who are going to be trained in drafting search and seizure warrants, restraining orders, and here's the key part, criminal and civil forfeiture action. So there's going to be a lot more government bureaucrats trying to use this as a form of revenue for the government and for their own department as well. So here's the real question for Bitcoiners. How can the government seize your Bitcoin if you have it on a hardware wallet or in multi-sig, i.e. if you're controlling your own private keys, whether this is a criminal forfeiture or civil forfeiture? How do they actually do it? And of course, the answer is they cannot seize it, short of sending federal agents to your house. Even then, they can pop a few caps into you and your family, but they still can't get to your Bitcoin unless you want to give them your hardware wallet or give them your recovery seed. And the thing about going door to door and applying physical violence, if 10 million Americans own Bitcoin, it's probably more now, this becomes extremely impractical. Of course, if you leave your Bitcoin on an exchange, any exchange like Kraken or Coinbase, just any app or exchange, goodbye, Bitcoin. Now, this is very different from 1933, which was a similar period and a similar fourth turning. We had Executive Order 6102 in April of 1933, where President Roosevelt basically made it illegal for Americans to hold any serious amount of gold. Maybe you could keep a gold ring or something like that. But one of the reasons for this was to close the exit out of fiat. This was very easy to do for FDR because most of this gold was sitting in bank vaults. Now, the US government has a similar problem. We have a very high debt to GDP ratio. And as such, the US government, the federal government, needs as many suckers as possible to hold on to its debt while the Fed keeps interest rates below the rate of inflation. Obviously, the Fed's been hiking rates, but it's still well below the true rate of inflation. Now, this strategy is called financial repression. That's the technical term for it. And you can see here from the Wikipedia article on financial repression, we can see that financial repression played an important role in reducing debt to GDP ratios after World War II by keeping real interest rates for government debt below 1% for 2/3 of the time between 1945 and 1980. In this way, the U.S. was able to inflate away a large percentage of the debt left over from the Great Depression and World War II. And this was made possible because in 1933, one of the main exit doors was closed with the confiscation of Americans' gold. And that's how all the gold ended up in Fort Knox, assuming it is still there. I'll also link to an article that's actually put out by the Fed, by the Richmond Fed, about financial repression and how it works. So these are tools that the Fed is quite aware of. Basically, the US government needs to boil the frog very slowly, not spook bondholders, as the Fed has sort of done this year, but they need to get as many people to hold on to this government debt. They need to force you your bank, your retirement accounts, your pension, your insurance company. And they do this in a regulatory way to all of these groups to hold government treasuries. And they say they're doing it for security, but they're actually doing it because they need to stuff everyone to the gills full of this garbage. Now, just as they did in 1933, they're going to look for any excuse to seize your Bitcoin, as we've seen today. They may pretend that's for criminal reasons, but most people are not criminals. Most people obey the law. And this is the real problem with these civil forfeiture laws and administrative forfeiture laws, where they can take your Bitcoin very, very easily. And maybe they're not doing it because they're worried about crime, but because they want to help to close this exit door and this exit out of fiat. Bitcoin is the escape valve that no one had in 1933. And so the conclusion of this is get your Bitcoin off the exchanges, get it off the app if it's sitting on an app, not your keys, not your coins, as we've been talking about extensively for the last couple of years. And some people ask, what does this mean? Well, what it means is if you need someone else's permission, like a Coinbase or Celsius, to send or spend or move your Bitcoin, then it's not really your Bitcoin. And of course, Celsius and Voyager clients and a bunch of other groups learned this the hard way. Not your keys, not your coins. So if you still are leaving your Bitcoin on an exchange for some reason, I would really encourage you to do it today, because under these new laws, and even before these laws, it's very easy through civil forfeiture or administrative forfeiture to just freeze your Kraken or Gemini or Coinbase or FTX or Binance or whatever account it is, even if you're holding it on Cash App or PayPal or Robinhood, wherever, not your keys, not your coins. So it's very important to withdraw it from the exchanges. Withdraw it.
Your government will take everything you own. Everything. This is what they want. Thank you again, and appreciate that. I don't know if I can put that out there or not, if that's somebody else's stream. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to take a chance, but
It's of the Simpsons prediction for 2023, basically.
it's off of Simpson. Yeah, I won't be able to tie
You
that.
know the show, the Simpsons.
Yeah, I sure do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh!
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been making like for the last like 33 years, you know, that they've been making predictions.
And they've been right. They've been right too. You're right.
100%, yeah.
Yeah, they knew what was going to happen. I just don't see why American people don't stick together, and other people around the country don't stick together. You know, by the millions, we can stop this shit. But yet they want to be like cattle. I guess they don't believe it's going to happen to them, and it's going to happen. They're not going to have nothing. You know, it just amazes me. All right, I appreciate it, Ken. Thank you. I'm going to start with this one here too now. Bear with me, people. I said I'm going to go down the line here. This way people can see that I was right during, in the past. You know what I mean? You can talk anytime you want to, Gannon.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say nothing. This is it right here. I think this is it. Let's see.
I'm a quiet lad.
Yeah. Oh, all I know is a wee pot of gold.
Yeah, that's you. And we're speaking about gold at the moment.
I wish I was in Ireland to just see my heritage. I do. I miss it. All right, here we go.
Just before we begin, this fucking absolutely hoaxed me big time.
That woke is a bunch of bullshit.
Woke policy fucking driving me mad as well. And they actually got rid of Bob Chapek for that reason because he was too fucking woke.
Yeah, if you hit home, they'll knock you out for purposely. They will. See that guy throwing the TV set out the window? The hypnotist?
Yeah.
Threw it out the freaking window. That's a true saying there.
Yeah. Right, so.
Audio Jungle.
Now, again, this is 6 months ago. I put this stuff up here. Like I said, I'm going to have a marathon in case people want to know. Backstage. Okay, not yet, DJ. I want to talk to you the one-on-one so I can sit back and enjoy and explain to you what we have in mind. Me and Frosty were talking, and I got to get a hold of Frosty with this. We have something in mind here. It might help, but we want to get your input on it and see what you say about it. It's pertaining to what's going on, and we talked about it for a while, and we decided, well, we can talk to D. John, see what she says about it. But we need another input, and if you say yeah, then it sounds good, then we'll see what we can do with it. But don't worry about it right now. As soon as you can, though, because I'm going to do a marathon here. I'm going to show everybody the latest or the oldest videos of what I've seen before it happened in the future here. And like I said, some of it's going to be boring, some of it's going to be so-so, and some is going to be okay. There's no doubt about it. I'm not perfect, but how come I'm not perfect, Eddie?
Sorry?
How come I'm not perfect?
There's nobody is. And yeah, anyone who says they are, they're just goddamn themselves.
I'm glad you showed up. I am. All right, here we go. Well, we're going to put this up here. But yeah, I definitely do want to talk to you when we can, DJ or Dijon. I would appreciate it.
I can drop down like if,
No. I'm going to be doing this marathon. I'm going to be doing. Don't worry about that. No. We're going to be talking. We're talking the backstage where nobody can hear us talking, and don't worry about it. There's nothing that's got to be done right now. I just want to get a time, a date for her, so I can get a hold of Frosty and me, and we can talk to her in the backstage where I got a dead StreamYard. I'm not using, so we can talk about this. This is very important, and we thought about it, and says, you know what? That wouldn't be a bad idea. See what happens with it. Anyway, here we go, everybody. We'll get this thing started here.
said call her when you can.
I don't have a phone number. That's the bad thing, and I don't know how to give her but and she doesn't know me yet, so I wouldn't expect her to give me a phone number. But you got my phone number, right?
I was trying. Not even Vix has your new number.
Yeah, I gave it to her. I sent it on that time we talked last time.
Yeah, I was speaking to her since, and she said she doesn't have your number, and then
Tell her to check on WhatsApp. It's on there on her thing.
WhatsApp. Okay.
Yeah, because when I talk to you is when I send it out.
Yeah, I was suggesting the other number as well. Like she has two numbers.
Hey, wait a minute. I can do it now because nobody's up here. Hold on here.
Hold on a second.
I forgot about that. I can do it right here because nobody can see it.
I forgot.
Okay, hold on there.
Yeah, this is our present number. I'll just put it in the chat, private chat.
Yeah, because somebody comes up, they won't see anything anyway. Okay. Ready?
Uh,
There you go.
yeah. And,
Hold on, everybody. We're swapping phone numbers. I never thought about it now.
Hold on a
Let's see.
second. 353.
I forgot how to do this. Shit. Oh, okay. No, that's not right.
That's Vix's new number, and this is mine.
Well, I get Vic's number. I sure do. Oh, wait a minute. You got two of them here.
Yeah, that one's my one. The very bottom one. That one's mine.
Okay, that's all I need then. Yeah, okay. I just got to figure out how to do this damn thing. It's been a while since I've done this. Link device settings. Let's see, this is it. Ah, shit. You know what? I'm gonna have to do it after I get done with this. Okay, I'll thank you. But you got mine though, right?
I'll have it in 2 seconds.
Oh, hold on.
Hold
There you
on.
go. Hold on, everybody. We'll just
Gotcha.
got it. Okay, now we'll start. Now, okay, here we go. All right, I believe this is the second one I got to do here. Let's see. Wait a minute. Didn't I just start this? No, I didn't.
No,
Okay.
you didn't.
All right. Let me go back here. Let me shut this off here. Bingo. Okay. I lost train of thought here. That's what happens. You got short-term memory. All right.
Oh yeah, I used to. Have a great memory for forgetting as well. So.
I'm gonna need that. Here we go. All right, now we got to keep quiet because we're gonna be talking. I think it's gonna be talking on this. Here we go.
Now, up until today, the Port of Oakland was brought to a grinding halt as independent truckers blocked all access to it, protesting the Golden State's golden boy, Gavin Newsom. Now, many truckers are saying that the California governor is taking away their ability to work. Fox's Matt Finn is in our West Coast newsroom with all the new details. Matt.
Laura, California's third busiest port in Oakland is back open after hundreds of truckers interfered with operations in a week-long protest over California's AB5 law. The law is now in effect after the Supreme Court last month denied a review brought by a California trucking company. The AB5 law requires independent truckers to either set up their own corporation or be forced to become employees of trucking companies, impacting an estimated 70,000 truckers who own or lease their trucks, working as contractors while taking advantage of their employer's insurance discounts. Truckers warn the law could force independent drivers out of business while reducing trucking capacity. Here's one trucker who says AB5 is going to put him out of business unless Governor Newsom intervenes.
I'm losing everything, my truck, my overpriced truck, the 17 years I've been working here, dedicated working here in the port. I'm based out of Port of Oakland. Due to AB5, Gavin Newsom, he can do something. He hasn't done anything. I think he filled the shortage in truckers because he's trying to push 70,000 out.
Governor Newsom is standing in support of the AB5 law, urging the truck protesters who shut down the Port of Oakland to focus on supporting the transition. A Newsom spokesperson says AB5 was enacted in 2019, so no one should be caught by surprise by the law's requirements at this time. And there are still truckers protesting at the Oakland port. The president of the Oakland Port Services says that truckers have been restricted to designated free speech zones or face arrest. Laura.
I love those free speech zones, Matt. Thanks so much. Now, joining me now is California Assemblyman Vince Fong. He's also vice chair of the Transportation Committee. Now, Assemblyman, you say this issue is not just a local issue. It's something that will impact everyone. How so?
Well, this law is an ill-conceived law. We warned the governor when we were debating this bill and when he signed it in 2019. But those 70,000 independent truckers represent 70% of the truckers that operate in and around the ports in California. And 40% of the products and goods that come into the United States comes through the ports in California. And 30% of our exports go out through the ports. So this is a massive impact and could disrupt our supply chain, not only within the United States, but globally.
So the reference to the quote transition, we've heard this in so many sectors of our society with the high gas prices, with everything with the supply chain that we've been experiencing. And once again, in this protest, that this is all about moving people along to the transition away from fossil fuels. Is any of this realistic, given what needs to move as far as commerce in this country?
It makes no sense. We've been telling the governor that we need to make policies in economic reality. And what he's proposing is some rigid ideology that makes no sense in the real world. We need to get products not only to the stores, but to our homes. And so in a time when we're dealing with persistent inflation, we are going to have a situation where there's not enough truckers to get products to the stores, to people's homes. That means shortages in stores. That means more inflation. Everything's going to cost more. This is disastrous.
Well, they already have a shortage of truckers, don't they, Assemblyman Fong? I mean, you've seen ads all over the place for long haul truckers. They can't get enough truckers, and now they're going to make life more miserable for them. That, again, makes zero sense unless you want to actually kill off an industry.
Absolutely. We need 80,000 more truckers nationally, and that's going to worsen by 2030. That may double. We may need 160,000 more truckers by 2030. So this law only makes it worse. We're going to force truck drivers out of state or to retire completely, and that's just going to exacerbate an already stretched supply chain.
The voters of California, I mean, none of this is working. They have to choose a different path going forward. Thank you, Assemblyman Fong, for raising this issue, and we're going to be tracking it.
Hey, D-John.
Hello. How you
Hello.
doing?
Doing good. Good.
Good.
Real good. Wanted to talk to you. I know I can't do it now, but I wanted to talk to you. Trying to say without Frosty. Go on.
I put my number back in private chat.
Oh, you did? Oh, bless
Yeah.
your heart. Well, okay, bless your heart. Thank you.
So you can call me at any time you want, and you can even put Frosty on there on the phone call. That's fine. But or you can set up a panel time, and I can make sure I'm over here tomorrow or whatever, and we can go backstage and you can shut the panel down, and we can talk then. Whatever's easiest for you.
Well, if I give you my number, just don't pass it out, please. Okay? I'll give you my
I
number.
wouldn't.
Well, okay, here. Well, my number's right. Hold on here.
I put it in private.
Well, you can't see it. That's right, because you came up. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. I can't see with it. Damn it, it's dark out here in this room. Hold on. Bear with me. I'll have to put the numbers together, but gee, that's right. No, at any rate, what the hell am I doing? There you go. No number.
I just corrected my number as well. So
You can't see your once a person comes up here, all they can see is what's on here right now.
Right.
Yeah, she can't see nothing. It's gone. So, okay, you got it there.
No, I'm trying to write it down. Hold on a minute.
Okay, I'm sorry. I know it's small. My apologies. I couldn't. It's kind of dark where I'm at right now. I can't see very well. Now I got to put your number down because anybody I don't recognize, I don't. Excuse me, I just hang up on them. Well, I appreciate you trusting me with your number. And I thank you.
Oh, that's fine. That's no problem. Mine.
Because I guarantee you nobody will get it without your permission. That I will guarantee you.
Yeah, that's how. It's been a while back that KY and I had started taking auditors' phone numbers, and we would set them back in case somebody got arrested for during an audit or whatever. But we would always, if somebody called and needed that number, their number, we would call and ask them first or message them first before even ever thinking about giving their number out. Never.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't do that.
I'm the same way. It's none of anybody else's business, If you personally say, yeah, okay, that's fine, but nope. Okay, I got you okay, I got you now. Now if you call, I'll know who you are and I'll just answer.
Right, that's what I'll put your number in my phone because it right now it sets up if anybody calls and if you're not in my phone, I bitch button and don't even
yeah, you like
don't
me.
even answer it. I don't
Nope.
even answer
Mm-mm. I
because
don't
it's
at
just.
all. You wouldn't mind? I can put a three-way on here without Frosty having your number. You wouldn't mind a three-way, would you?
Oh no, that'd be fine.
Okay.
Frosty could have my number. That's fine.
Oh, is that okay? Okay.
Yeah, Frosty could. It's just like I've had Joe Cool's. He's in your just came in your chat. I've got Joe's Cool's number, and every time somebody's asked me for his phone number, I've called him or messaged him. Hey, Joe, what do you think? Is it okay? You know, and he'll either tell me yay or nay. You know, that's
Oh,
just.
you're lucky. Did he charge you for his phone number?
No.
He charged me. I had to pay him $5. All right, Joe Cool. I see how you are. Yeah.
No.
He's a good person.
Joe's a good guy.
Let's see, aren't they getting rid of the? I have not heard anything at all. They're keeping it quiet right now, Joe Cool. I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to find out. I'm trying to keep abreast of things. They have not said a word. It should be getting short if it is. I'd say about 4 or 3 more days. We'll find out the truth of what's going on here. Unless they got some sort of oil coming in that I don't know about. You know, diesel oil. But yeah, it's supposed to be coming up. Go on, DJ. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're fine. You can talk to Joe.
No, he wrote something in. I just gave it back and told him what was going on that I know of. You know what I mean? They're hiding a lot of stuff now, and they're doing it purposely. I don't know if you heard about. Well, you already see my videos anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. So you know what's going on then. Okay. We're in a heap of trouble, and I'm trying to figure a way of getting out of this situation. We have some ideas, but the problem is we thought about, like Joe Cool. How you doing, Graham? He's a activist, against the cops and, the bad cops.
Right.
The problem is that the way things are going right now, they're not going to be able to do that either. Because when they implement the CBDC, central bank digital currency, and like Joe Cool starts going out there and they figure out who he is, they'll cut off his transactions. They won't be able to do anything. He'll starve to death. And I'm trying to prevent this from happening. So we had some ideas. We talked about it, me and Frosty, and I wanted to talk to you about this. Oops, where'd you go?
Oh no, I'm here. Well, you're right, because if they switch everything into digital or into all of our cash has to come from a card, all our money has to be, on a card, they could shut that down at any time. And if they don't like what you're doing, they don't like what the cop watchers are doing or whatever, they'll just, shut your card down. And for instance, this is an example of what they did to the Canadians, truckers, and all of that money that was millions that was put into that trucking fund for those truck drivers. PayPal stopped it, took it.
Mm-hmm. They sure did.
So I mean, that's in a perfect example. And then also, I've heard other auditors and stuff that have their cash apps have been messed with, or their not their cash apps, their PayPals have been messed with. I don't know anybody with their cash apps messed with yet. Mm-hmm. But I don't know all the ins and outs on it, and I don't know all of it.
Well, Frosty and I had an idea, and it's going to work, but it's going to take a lot of people to do it. And if we all did it at one time, like a movement,
yeah,
the best way to hurt the government is what? Hurt their wallet.
Right.
They have no cash flow coming in. They're going to shit. And so are the corporations.
Right.
You know what I mean? And we started talking a little bit more about it and said, oh, I got an idea. Well, we got to talk to you about it. And it pertains to a person you know as well. And you don't have to mention the name, okay? And we wanted to see if, once we get done talking to you, if it would be feasible. You can use our name or not. I don't care. I have no glory about this. I just want to stop this rogueness coming up, because I can see American people losing their homes, kids starving out in the street, eating garbage off the garbage cans. And this is bullshit, because the government don't care anymore.
It's happening as we speak.
What's that?
It's happening as we speak.
Yeah.
Didn't I say like you guys have over 3 million homeless over there?
And it's going to get worse. It's going to get
Yeah.
worse. Did you hear the latest on this, DJ? Did you have another?
What? No.
Well, Adam. No, I'm sorry. Hold on. Chuck Schumer.
Oh yeah.
He wants to implement all the illegals, which I told everybody. He wants to make them American citizens automatically, political reasons.
Why would he want that? Because of the voting end of it?
Correct. Yep. And I got it out there on video. What he said. Yep. And I knew that was coming up. I told everybody about it. That's exactly why they want the illegals to come in here, and they're treating them like gold because they want their votes. You know.
Right.
So yeah, this is what's going on. They're getting ready for 2024, and they're going to try to implement it.
Well, and see, and I don't even understand that, because I have no problem with anybody coming to this country whatsoever, but go through the obstacles to become a U.S. citizen.
Mm-hmm.
Go to your classes, study, do what everybody else has done, and, be more than welcome, partake in the United States. I mean, the United States is a big melting pot anyways. So, but just to let everybody come in illegally is ridiculous, and they bus them everywhere, which is crazy. I don't know. Joe Cool would probably have a good idea of what.
Joe Cool, do you want to come up? Come on up if you want to come up. I'm only charging you $5 this time. I'll fix them.
Joe kind of stays abreast of the things that are going on, and he's always Joey's always good to have a conversation with.
Yeah, it's going to affect him though down the line. It's coming soon. They already put a pilot on it. They're trying to get out right now to other banks to see if the CBDC works. So it's already implemented. So it's not in the works. Go on.
Well, think about it. Your Social Security comes on a card. Your disability comes on a card. If they decide you're doing something that they don't like or whatever, boom, that can be shut off.
Yeah, but they can't take your money away. That's what they're trying to do now.
No, but they can suspend it for an amount of time to where you lose everything.
I didn't know that. I'll have to check that out. Whoa, I didn't know this.
One time on my disability, they stopped it for 6 months to see if they wanted me to retest and make sure I still had the brain injury I had for, it hadn't changed. It's still the same. I haven't had a miraculous recovery, but they stopped it for, I think it was probably like 6 months, and I lost everything. Lost my apartment, lost my car. I mean, the bank isn't going to say, well, hold on, let's just wait your car payment 6 months, and, we'll get back to you in 6 months and see if you're okay. No, they're like, you miss a couple of payments. They're like, boom, we're repoing your car.
Yeah, they will. Yep.
My landlord, well, heck, we're not going to, you got to pay your rent every month. They're not going to wait 6 months to see, oh, well, because by then you're so far behind, you can't make up, rent or car payments or things like that. So, I mean, they can crush you like with it anytime they want.
And during that time, they're allowing illegals to get everything for free, from cell phones to beautiful hotels and an address that they're going to live there on the taxpayers' money, and they take you away, your rights.
Right. Well, my understanding is that if you take a illegal immigrant family in, that the government will pay you to do that.
Jeez, man, you don't even know who the people are. Could be a thief or murderer,
It could be anybody. It's not like anybody's getting background checks and stuff on them.
No, not at all. What kind of disease do they have? You know what I mean? These people don't care. They don't care.
No, they don't. And I mean,
And they could have just said, hey, come on in, approve that, you're still, got the same, but no, they cut off your money. That's brutal.
Well, that's just like I said. Have them come in and do the normal. Go through immigration. Go through the taking the test to become a U.S. citizen. Do the normal ways that you come into to a country or our country and want all the benefits that this country has. That do it the normal ways, but no, they want to rush and push everybody through.
Yeah, for political reasons, so they can become U.S. citizens. It's exactly what it is, political gain. And once they get their vote that they want, do what they want, they're going to say, "To hell with you, immigrants. You ain't getting nothing now. You're going to be like everybody else." It's a chessboard game.
Right.
It's what it is, and it's just and I can see it coming up. I've been right so far. I'm seriously, my average right now between Frosty and I, we're hitting like 96% right. Everything we said. And I just can't see it coming that way, especially being in the military. I could have died for this freaking country and then find out that they did this stuff. No, I ain't buying it.
Right.
So anyway, I just figured that maybe we can get together and talk and describe what we have in mind. And because again, it's going to affect everybody. And I know a lot of people are out there who are activists, filming officers and everything else in the government, and that's going to stop.
Right.
And I don't think they want that. So we devised the plan, but it's going to take commitment, and it's going to have to be done right for them to do it properly. They can't cave in.
Well, that's just it. You can't hardly get two cop watchers together that agree on anything anymore. It's getting harder and harder.
Well, no.
The activists.
Go on.
Some of the activists are better, but I think it'd be a group effort between activists and cop watchers, and just anybody that holds your government officials accountable is I mean, you might find some camaraderie in that.
Yeah, well, once they find out they can't do what they're doing, like Joe Cool, that's what all he does. I mean, he's a good activist, and all of a sudden he can't do it. That's going to really get him torqued. You know what I mean? And then we got rogue cops out there doing things wrong. I mean, this is what they want. They want to stop everything. What's this say? I can't even pronounce the name. Hello, S.
He retracted those comments.
I think that the dimensions are in the other two.
He or she, whatever. I'm gonna go, guys. So I'll catch you again.
All right, Eddie. Thank you for showing up. Really, get some sleep now, okay?
Thanks, Eddie.
Take care, guys.
Have a good one.
Good guy there. Very good guy.
Oh, I like Eddie. He's a good guy. He was over on Debo's Weed channel earlier today playing music.
Oh yeah, he can say I like the guy. I do. I'm not sure what's going on with this guy here. Is far from Venus. I say to the Earth, and the Sun, because it does not decrease anything. It's 13 is driving the speed of 1,000. I don't understand what this person's doing. Us is down. Us is down. I'm not quite sure what he's saying. An hour. He's talking about the universe. I know that much, but I'm not familiar with what he's trying to say right now. But anyway, yeah. So I mean, once we, if you want to talk to your friend and tell him about it, what's going to happen to him, which is going to happen to a lot of people. So I figured, well, that would be a good way to start, and he can do what he wants to do. I'll just, I'll do my end, he can do his end, if he wants to.
Right, and and if things are going, I mean, it only affects it also affects anybody that receives a check off of a piece of plastic. If you get a check that comes, you have to use a card to pull money off an account to put money in your pocket. If you do something to piss them off, they can stop it at any time.
Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to stop right now before it even goes any further. Me and Frosty are, we have a game plan, and again, the only way you can hurt the government is by money.
Right.
and the corporations, and we have a good one. But it's gonna, like I said, it's gonna take commitment. And if they don't want to do it, that's fine, because at the end they're gonna get burned anyway. You know,
Right.
at least try something better than doing nothing. You know what I mean?
Right.
And we thought about it, and it's theoretically you could do it. There's no doubt about it. It's just it's going to take not thousands, it's going to take millions. It's got to be a movement, and we can do it. I know we can. And that was, but people have to be prepared for it, and that's the problem.
Right.
You know, like I'm prepared, you're prepared. I know that for a fact. Basically, that's all I can say right now. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and for that matter, you know, if you do something to for people on any kind of state benefits, whether they're on food stamps or they're on whatever, I don't even know what it's called, where they get money from the state for their families. If they do something that the government finds out or doesn't like or whatever, I mean, they can stop that too.
Yeah, and it's wrong.
You know, yeah, it's wrong. I feel sorry for people that, you know, have to deal with it on a regular basis. I mean, thank God I don't get any benefits or anything, but you know, I mean,
Well, you know what?
they can
Ain't
mess
nobody
with you.
here. Ain't nobody here. Oh, somebody is here. Hold on here. Okay, that's it. We're going to be taking off here. We're going to go in the backstage. I want to talk to D-John here. Nobody's here hardly, so I appreciate you showing up, though. Thank you. Anything you want to say, D-John, before we take off?
No, everybody have a great night.
And have a good
Thanks.
holiday. And remember, y'all come back now. You hear?